If you've ever wondered how your favorite restaurant is able to keep fresh produce items on their menu 52 weeks a year, it's because of growers who have sharpened their ability to find the right soil, the right weather, and the right conditions to grow a fragile crop. The movement from one growing region to the next is complex, especially in row crops like lettuce, spring mix, broccoli, and others that are susceptible to even the slightest change in conditions. Every April, we begin to hear the rumblings of something called transition. It's when the major produce growers move their operations back to Salinas, California for the spring, summer, and fall after spending the winter in Yuma, Arizona. Transition is a huge undertaking for these companies that are moving truckloads of equipment and their personnel 575 miles from Yuma to Salinas while still attempting to maintain a regular production schedule to fill those orders for valuable customers. This well-rehearsed ballet of man, machine, and Mother Nature is all done to provide fresh produce all year long. It's business as usual in Yuma.
On a daily basis down in Yuma, it's actually very calm and collected. Everything that is there was set in November, so that plant is really running at full steam right now.
But in Salinas,
in here you'll see a little bit of controlled chaos. We've got a couple hundred vendors who are coming in, working on several different projects, pretty much 6 days a week at this point. And when we get closer to April 15th, it'll be 7 days a week.
Agricultural giants like Taylor Farms and Mann Packing are busy prepping for the big move. This means getting ahead on production to make up for the roughly 56 hours of downtime while the equipment is hauled to Salinas and then set back up in their Salinas facilities.
Yeah, so we'll start producing a little bit ahead because we'll have a full about day and a half where we'll be producing nothing. So we break our move up into two separate moves so that we have production going pretty much continuously so that we're never completely out of production.
And so we're spending a lot of time on our raw product supply plan, which will get us through those difficult weeks as we start up Salinas and finish down in the desert.
Before the operations come to completion in Yuma, growers are hustling to finish any improvement projects in their Salinas facilities.
On the other side, on the plant processing side, we're finishing up all our final projects for construction. And that includes projects that vary from shipping all the way to receiving and even processing pack out.
With wet weather in Yuma this winter and similar conditions for Salinas, the supply in both areas is a bit behind schedule. But the growers aren't worried, saying that even if both plants are behind schedule, there shouldn't be a supply gap during transition.
When we really run into problems is when it's nice in Yuma and cold up here, or vice versa, where you've got product that's ready on time in Yuma and product that won't be ready for another week or so up here, and then you end up with a gap. And so this year, timing-wise, both sides are lining up fairly well. They're behind, but they're lining up fairly well.
Most of the companies transitioning are planning to be fully up and running in Salinas by mid-April. The goal is that consumers don't notice any difference in product quality or availability during that period. It's one more way that fresh produce suppliers do whatever it takes to consistently bring their products to tables across North America.